Hello YouTube, this is PensyFan17, and in this video I'm going to be continuing my operating session on the Pennsylvania Berwind from the last video. So let's get into it here. Alright, so since the last video I haven't done any more switching or any more operating on this session, but I have set up some more AI trains. I've kind of updated some of the portals and stuff, and haven't really tested any of it, so we'll see if it works, but it should. Now, should is not a very good word to use when you're trains, I've come to learn, but we'll see. So, we'll figure it out. But, in this video, well, the last video, I spent about an hour and a half doing not much. Made a lot of mistakes, spent a lot of time fixing problems and stuff, and so this video I'm going to try to stay more focused and try to get more done. We're switching in the westbound yard at Allegheny Yard here. And we're putting together a train for Juniata and a train for... Oh no, this isn't a train, this is just empty cars. So right here we're going to put empty cars, and right here we're putting a train together for Juniata. So we're going to... As you see, our switcher engines are hooked up to this kind of cars right here, so we're going to go ahead and switch those. I'm going to go back to about here. And these cars I'm going to switch from this end of the yard because I don't want to be switching too long of a consist, because then I'm going to be going out into the main line. So these cars here, these two box cars full of some sort of paper product, I can't tell. Again, these thumbnails are not very helpful. Trains, I can't tell what this is. I know it's some sort of paper product, I think. View details. I wonder if it'll tell me what it's got in it. Yeah, it does. So I have to right-click on every single car to tell what's in it. Paper towels. That's annoying. It should just say paper towels, like right there. That'd be so nice. Pipes. Those will go to Juniata. Those will probably go into the portal. I don't think we have any use for those on this route. Same with the paper towels. Same with the oranges right there. Those are oranges. It's kind of easy to tell. A couple empty box cars, a couple empty wood chip hoppers. Those will go here. I was originally going to send the wood chip hoppers down the line to Juniata to the portal, but just watched Approach Medium's first video of Season 2 on the P&B, and he's working on the part east of here, down this way. And there's a paper mill down there, and they take wood chips. So with that idea in mind, I'm going to just leave these here and probably put them in a train heading east. Pardon me. This car has fertilizer in it. That'll probably go down the line to Juniata. General goods. That'll probably go to Juniata. Probably go to one of the warehouses there. This actually could... You know what? I'm going to leave this in the yard here and put this in a local that's going to go to the Shawnee Team Track, because that's a good load to go there. And like I said in the first video, I'm winging it. I don't have waybills for these cars. I'm just kind of like, okay, we got our industries, we're going to figure out what our industries need, and then just pretty much either find cars in the yard that fulfill that, or put a train together and bring it into the yard that has that stuff in it. And as I go, I will get a little more, should I say, professional with that. I'll try to make it a little more realistic and probably bring in waybills, but being one of my first videos, I'm new to this, I just need to kind of keep it simple and figure it out as I go, so that's kind of what I'm doing. And then these three cars here are empty, so they're all empty tracks. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the cut right here. We go into uncoupling mode, uncouple right there. Oops, I did not mean to do that. There we go. Wait, did that uncouple? Yes, it did. Alright, and so those four cars are going to go on this track here. And then I got to pick a track for the local. What is this called? My map's not loading correctly, that's weird. That's weird. Okay, that's not good. What is going on with that? Anyway, don't need the map, I'll just look. You see how my draw distance is kind of down. Let me see if I can bring it out a little bit more. Because when you're in Allegheny Yard, there's a lot of long distance views, so it's good to have the draw distance up. There we go, that helps a little bit. So there's a consist right here. That's the one we switched before. And then this track is where I had the train from Juniata, so I'm going to put the local on this track, which right now that's only one car out of this cut. Alright, so without any more yakking, let's get the work here. Let's get the cab. And we need to pull away, make sure my switches are set. That's weird that that's doing that. That one's good. Good. And let's make sure there isn't anything on the main, because we're going to have to pull out the main. There's a train there and another one there, and they're both stuck. Nice! Nice. Alrighty, we're going to have trouble. Pretty sure that, I mean, that train there is going to the portal. I'm pretty sure that train can just run along here and get to the portal. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to show you this. The portal used to be right here, and this used to be a portal track. I got rid of the portal, made a small staging yard back here, because sometimes I like to stage my own trains and stuff. And then I put another portal here, and it's one of these updated TRS 2019 portals. Hello. Which are a little easier to work with. So there's that. Just thought I'd show you that while I'm over here. Alright. So I'm going to try to fix this train real quick. I think all I need to do is just get it pointed in the right direction. I shouldn't have to do that, but for some reason I do. It's just, I haven't figured this all out yet, so. Let's see here. He's got the switch going the right direction, it's just not. Moving. It's weird. As you saw there, I had to, whoa, what is going on? I had to delete the portal command. No, seriously? Now we moving? Yeah, we're moving. Okay, good. We're good. No, we're not. So, I think since this is a portal-generated train, an AI train, something is goofy with this. I don't understand, so I'm just gonna be like, whatever. I'm just gonna go in here and we're gonna delete this train. I highly don't recommend doing this kind of stuff, but since I don't understand what's going on, I kind of have to. The point here is to make a video of me switching, not a video of me trying to fix the AI in the simulator, so I'm gonna have to do that kind of stuff for now. I'll try to get it figured out. It's not easy though. I am learning, but alright, so now I think we can focus on what we're doing. So though, as far as I know, there aren't any other trains coming, so we can pull out onto the main if we need to. That's not even the main, that's kind of the passing track, so we should be fine. So I'm gonna jump in the cab here, let's get moving finally. 10 minutes into the video. Alright, dynamic brake is off. Independent brake, we need to make sure it's completely off. What direction am I going? Alright. I'm gonna go forward. Let's get moving. Let's see, my window's shut. I think when I had this session going last time, I had the window open. But now that I go to do it again, the window's shut. It's like the windows, like the cab settings, oops, revert to normal whenever resave the session. It's kind of weird. I don't like that. I wish it wouldn't be that way, but that's the way it is, I guess. So every time I go back into the session to play it again, to run it again, I have to open the window again or whatever. It's, I don't know. Something they could fix. Alright, we're moving at a nice, speedy 3 miles an hour. Could jump the throttle up the notch too, but I don't know if I want to do that. Probably would result in rough handling. Miles an hour is almost slow. Let's speed up a little bit. Nice. I like yards. Just something about the congestion of cars that makes it cool. Yard shots are neat. Just see all the cars in the distance. I don't know. Alright, I'm curious. Why does it look like the one... Yeah, do you notice that? That engine has a cleaner skin than this one. They're both the same engine, so they must have alternating skins. I'm curious to see what that is. Control, I click, view details. It'll probably tell me what skin it's got. Is it gonna tell me that? No, it's not. Sometimes when you go into the view details for the cars, maybe it's properties. It's probably properties, so I can't do that while I'm running it. But you can actually see what skin it is, and you can change it for cars with multiple skins. And we're starting to get to the end of our switch here, so I'm going to idle. We're going to let her roll. Ooh, I gotta make sure the switch is thrown. Too late, too late. You can, if the switch is not thrown the right direction, you can go through it coming from this direction. But then if you try to back up, you're in trouble. So let's go ahead. Oh, I can't. It's locked. Oh, I think I might have just made a mess. Alright, I'm gonna have to do something here. I'm gonna have to stop this. Alright, so since the switch does not thrown correctly, right now, if I back up, these cars are going to derail. It's just going to happen. So what I need to do is cut this consist right here, past the switch point, pull this off so I can switch the switch to the correct track. And then I'm going to have to reconnect and keep going. Otherwise I would derail. So I should have just been paying attention and switched the switch correctly from the beginning, but since I didn't want to do this, that's fine. Right. We are technically on the main, so we need to make sure there's not any trains coming. And if there are trains coming, they'll stop for us, but we don't want to be in their way, so... And... if this was a real railroad, we would have like some sort of communication system where we would know where the trains are. Since this is not, I'm going to look at the map. Let's see, is there anything over here? No, there's Harry, he's rolling through there. Nothing coming for a while. Like I said, I set up the portals, so I hope they work. I'm probably going to end up having fits with them, but we'll see. The way the signals are on this route, you can end up with trains that get stuck because they like go past the siding and then there's no more sidings and they meet with another train, and there should be only one block in between, but for some reason there's multiple blocks, mainly because there's branch lines. I'll show you what I mean real quick. So right here is the end of this passing track. This is not a passing track. This is a switching track. It's not a passing track. And then the next passing track is all the way up here. So from here all the way to that passing track at the yard should be one block, but it's not. When I say block, I mean signal block. So a signal at each end would control this whole block. So if there's any train in that block, then the signal at each end would not allow any other trains to enter it. But that's not the case. There's a signal right here. No, wait. That signal controls the branch. So where's it? Ah, it's right here. There's signals right here, and there should not be any signals there. I mean, technically there should, because if a train's coming off the branch here, you'd want to stop before, you know. The problem is then it breaks this up into two blocks, and so you can have this block be empty, this block be full of a train coming this direction. A train at the siding here is like, okay, this block's open, I can go, and it goes, and it comes in this block, and then it meets with this train here, and they get stuck, or they crash, or, you know, they get, like right here, they'll get stuck at these signals, and there'll be just trains facing each other right there, and it's like, okay, what do I do? Nothing. You can't do anything. So these signals should be here, but the blocks should be changed so that it's all one block, and I don't know how to do that, so we're just going to hope that doesn't happen. It probably will. I bet you it will, and if it does, we'll just delete one of the trains and you'd be like, what? No one saw that. In the future, though, I do want to get that fixed, and we'll actually do it right, but right now I just don't know enough to be able to do that, so bear with me. Alright, enough talking, back to the switching action. So, we pulled out, we've switched our switch correctly, now we need to back up, reconnect to the rest of our cut, and then we'll go ahead and drop the respective cars in the respective tracks. So let's go ahead and make sure our switches are lined up. I'm going to put it in notch 1. It'll be going like 3 or 4 miles an hour when it hits this. That's good speed, then I can just keep backing them up onto the correct track, which, since these cars here, I think, are going to Juniata, yes they are, we want to put them on this track. Which track? Now the map loaded incorrectly. Nice. Okay, so we want it with these right here on this track, so there we go. Technically, all these switches should always be facing out to the runaround track at all times, unless I'm doing actual switching in one of the tracks, but I'm not always completely on the ball with that, so. Alright, so I made the connection now. The question is, did it couple up? Yes, it did, because we're moving, so. Jump back in the cab. Just a small pause when it added more weight. It had to work out the slack and stuff. And now we're going again. One mile an hour. I could speed it up a little bit. I'm going to give it a little time to work out the slack, and then I'll go ahead and speed it up. Okay, we're speeding up already, so I might as well give it a little more juice. And we don't want to bang into these cars too fast, so we need to keep the speed at a relatively slow pace. Keep an eye out where we're going. Okay, so like I said, I set up trains and portals, so at some point, hopefully, trains should be coming in and out of the portals and running by us here. And like I said, we'll probably end up encountering problems. I did not test this beforehand. I should have, but just didn't have time. I don't have a ton of time on my hands. Probably not the best time to try to start my YouTube channel, but like I said, I just got trains recently and I'm all fired up about it, so whatever. So the video quality probably will be lacking for a little bit, but I will, like I said, I will eventually figure it out. Speaking of draw distance, here's an example. As you see, if the draw distance was longer, you'd be seeing the yard buildings in the back here, you'd be seeing the trees and stuff. But since the draw distance is not long enough to reach that, you just see open space. So, and that doesn't look great. Let's get out of there. Ooh, I already coupled. I don't know how fast I was going when I hit those cars, but it was probably too fast. And as you see, we're going 3 miles an hour now, but I don't know how fast we're going when we first hit those cars. Thankfully, they didn't derail. As long as they didn't derail, we're good. It's kind of a low standard, but I'm new to driving too, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. Alright, so we want to get these cars clear of the switch points they are. We need to stop. Like I said, I could push the cars all the way back here to give more room for the other cars that are going to go on this console, so I wouldn't have to keep pushing these back, but I don't quite know overall how many cars it's going to be. So I'm just going to do this for now. Alright, we're stopped. Pardon me. Gone. And couple these empty cars, these 5 empty cars will go on this track right here with these. So let's go ahead and pull out and do that. First direction, take up the brake, let's get moving. Hello? There we go, now we're moving. It's a really obnoxious bell sound after a while. I'm a stickler for realism to a degree. I like everything to be realistic, and when you're working in the yard, you want to have the bell on at all times. But man, that gets a little annoying after a while, so maybe I'll get used to it, but if not, I might start turning the bell off. Especially a bell like the one on this engine that is really loud, and no matter how far away you go, you still hear it. That's not realistic. So, let's see. When you're in the cab, you don't notice it as much. Maybe I should try to stay in the cab more. It's more realistic to be in the cab. I like being in the cab, it's just you can't see what you're doing as well when you're in the cab. Normally you'd be in the cab and you'd have your conductor standing out there giving you hand signals, talking to you on the radio, whatever. But I don't have that, so I kind of have to play both roles, so I'm in and out of the cab all the time. Alright, we need to get past this switch point here. Go ahead and idle. And go ahead and brake. Alright, and we want to go into this yard track here. Just this switch there. There we go. Reverse direction, take off the brake. Let's get moving. Technically, I already made a mistake. This switch should be switched back to the main. Unless I'm on it. I already didn't do that, so that's a mistake, but whatever. Let's check and see if there's any other trains coming. Any trains coming out of the portals? I'm curious to see. Yes. There we go. There's one out of the portal, but it's not going anywhere. That's interesting. Why is it not going anywhere? It's trying to go somewhere, but it's not going anywhere. Is it potentially because it doesn't know where to go? Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't have a destination. Alright, I might have to adjust that. Later. Right now we're just gonna send it to the portal over in Juniata. There we go. Alright, that took care of that. Now we need to go back to our switching. Hopefully I didn't run into the... Oops, I zoomed out way too much. Hopefully I didn't run into the cars on the track there and cause a derailment. I don't think we were quite there yet. Nope, we're getting close though. Jump back in the cab. Kinda see what I'm doing in the cab. I can already see my car's turning. I'm gonna idle. We're gonna start slowing down. Not very much. No, I'm already slowing down too much. We don't want to slow down quite yet. Oh, I slowed down too much. We're gonna have to speed up again. I mean, it looks so close from this angle, but when you look at it, it's really not. Going 2 miles an hour, so I can hit those going 2 miles an hour and just kill it and not stop. But I gotta do that quick. I don't want to be accelerating too much. Forward, listen forward. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hear it or not. Yeah, I'll be able to hear it here, but I'll also be able to see it. So, all right, we want to probably kill it before we hit. Right there. We'll come in at a nice 4 miles an hour. Bang. Alright, and then we want to keep going. Because we want to get these empties. I'm going to get rid of these commodity overlays for now. And I know what the commodities are for the rest of this cut. When we go to work on some other cuts, I'll show them again. Alright, we're going to stop now because we're getting past... You know what? I know I have 3 more cars coming, so I'm just going to keep going, make space for these cars. And then we'll be done on this end of the yard. We can go over to the next end of the yard. So this is where I'm being smart and efficient. If I push these cars back and make room for these, then I won't have to push them back when I go to put these on there. I can just take these cars, stick them on the end of this consist, and be done. So it saves time. Alright. I'm going to get these cars clear of this outside track, which is about here. So that's about right there. Whoa, I need to stop already. Not paying attention to my physics. Yeah, we went way too far. That's fine. Okay, we're stopped. Let's go ahead and uncouple. We want to uncouple here. Change direction, take out the brake. Let's get going. Cab. Now the next 2 cars are going to go with these cars on this track. And as you see, I pushed these too far, so there's probably room to just stick them right on this track, which is nice. You know what? Actually, no. The one car is going to go on this track right here, and the other car is going to go right there. The one with the fertilizer is going to go on this track, and that's going to go to Shawnee and local. If I have any empty covered hoppers, they should go in that consist too, because that's going to switch out the grain complex there. I don't know what town that is. I guess that's Shawnee, since it's the Shawnee team track and whatnot, but I don't know. Look on the map. Shawnee team track. Shaw's Green. Briar Green. Oh, it's the name of the buildings. Bolden's Green, yeah. Okay. But anyway, it's grain complex in the Shawnee team track, and that's the only industries right there. So that's going to be a very short local. That'll be kind of fun. Maybe we'll actually get a chance to run that today if I find some covered hoppers to stick on the end of that consist. Okay. Let's get back into action here. Moving pretty good. Already half an hour into this video. I don't know how I already burned half an hour, but whatever. We are getting stuff done in this video, pretty much. Future videos, I'm probably not going to do this much switching. I'm probably going to focus more on the actual locals themselves. But right now I'm including everything just because. Alright, that's our switching point. Stop the train. Stop the... It's not a train, technically. We're just switching. Alright. Let me double check, make sure I'm doing the right thing here. Yeah, this is the car we want to go on the local. We want it to go right there. That's where it's going, right? Yes. And then this car will go here to Juniata. And these three will go on the empty car track. Alright. I'm gonna probably go for about another 20 minutes and then I'm gonna call it quits. I'm probably gonna try to keep this video about 45 minutes long. Which is long. For an operations video, it's actually not. Operations can go for hours, really. I don't have hours right now. I have about 20 more minutes. I gotta probably call it quits. Hey, there's one of our AI trains. It's working. Alright, we are where we want to be. Let's slow down and stop. Some lag. I think because this train's coming into the picture and it's moving at a pretty good clip, we're going to lag. Alright, so we stopped, we can couple that one lone car. And pull out. There should technically be a yard lead at the end of this track. I might actually add that in. I'm kind of... Part of me was like, this is approach medium's route, I don't want to be editing it, but it's going to need editing anyway. It's not set up for TRS 2019. You know, there's a lot of assets that are missing and stuff. So I'm going to have to do my own modifications to it anyway, so I might as well make some operational additions to it. So I'm probably going to go ahead and add a yard lead here. And there's a couple crossover tracks in certain places I want to add too. Like over in Juniata, there's like one track, and the only place it goes is to the one like portal that doesn't get used very much, and it's just kind of a waste of a track. And so if I put a crossover on it, it'll actually be able to get utilized. Alright, let's see. We only need to go out to there, so we're going to stop. That open view there is annoying. I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to go over here and find a nice view. I think a big part of your train's experience is the way you view it. If you know how to get good views, it just makes it look all that much cooler. But if you're like eyeing it from awkward bird's eye views, like a lot of people do, it just doesn't look very appealing. So really, to be honest, I don't know what it is about railroads that I find fascinating. I just find them fascinating. I think part of it has to do with the way they view them. It's just like big things moving. I don't know what it is about railroads that I find so fascinating. Maybe it could be, you know, you got big engines, you know, something like that. I don't know. I just don't know what it is. I don't really care. Okay, whoa. We're gonna hit this with too much speed. Oh! 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 Nothing derailed, we're good. Alright. Go ahead and couple. Look at the details on these couplers. That's cool. I think these are jointed rail products. Jointed rail is some really good stuff. I think this is jointed rail. I think this boxcar. I'm not sure what this bulkhead flat car might be a Train's RN product. I don't know. See, the couplers are different. Not even lined up all the way. Okay, sometimes with some of these cars, when you couple a couple, the couplers actually do something. That's what I was looking for, but nothing happened, so whatever. Okay. Jump back in the cab, pull back out. Now I want to check and see if this coal train out of the portal is going to get stuck over here. See if there's another train coming. I don't see anything. The portals are set to spawn trains at like 15-minute intervals. I'm not sure when that starts. There's Harry. That's one of the trains I originally set up. So if there is a portal generated train, it's not going to be going very far because of Harry. Yeah, there's one. This is another case where this guy doesn't know where he's going because I didn't set up a destination. I'm not sure how you do that in a portal. That's something I'll have to figure out. For now, we're going to send him to the other portal, which would be Portal TRS 2019-2. There we go. Let's go back to our switch job. As you see, we pulled way far out. We went way too fast. We need to slow things down. Trying to do multiple things at once is a little hard. Alright, yeah, we really went too far. Well, I need you to pull out to there, and we pulled all the way out to the main track. Oh well. And I forgot to reset that switch, so it's already set to where we need to go. What about this one? Oh, I forgot to reset that one too. Man, I'm not doing well. Alright, why did it throw me into this side? I must have selected it. Yeah, since I selected different engines. So let's go in there. There we go. Alright, let's back it up. Once we get these cars where they need to go, we will be done switching this end of this part of the yard. We'll go over to the other end then and switch that end. A lot of yards, especially busy yards, they'd have switchers on each end of the yard. So you'd have like a yard like this would have four sets of switchers. You'd have one on this end of the westbound yard, you have one on the other end of the westbound yard, you have one end of the eastbound yard, one on the other end of the eastbound yard. But this yard doesn't get that much traffic, and I can only run one switcher at a time, so I'm just gonna have one for each yard. Now, I think you can actually set up AI commands to do switching. It's complex, I haven't got into it yet, but I think you can actually do that. So I could, like, set up another switch engine to do switching in the eastbound yard and then do switching over in the westbound yard, but really, by the time I get all that set up, I could have just done it myself. So if I want to do it simultaneously, I could do that, but I don't have any need to at this point. But I'll have to look at that. I'm not sure how that works, but there are, like, couple to commands and then run around commands and stuff like that. And you could totally do a ton of switching with AI doing that. Just like, okay, I want to take this car, you know, couple to this car, then I want to take that car and couple it to this car, or stick it at a track point somewhere along here. You can even do like local switching with that. I think you can do like set outs and pickups and run-outs, but you'd have to like totally script it, and I think that would just be really time consuming and annoying. Alright, we're gonna idle because we're getting pretty fast here. We don't want to be going this fast. We gotta watch. We don't want to go that fast into the cars here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of brake on just to kind of. What does I mean? Interesting. Alright, we're already slowing down. We're probably going too much. Oh, man. I did it again. I'm gonna learn how to drive. Yeah, I'm kind of getting used to this bell, so I'll probably leave it on. I forgot about it there for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna slow down a little bit, idle, I'm gonna hit the brake, untap. Rough handling. Yeah, well, I'm new. Go ahead and uncouple. Alright, so we're done with this end of the yard. So now we can go over to the other end of the yard. And I have about 10 minutes. So in this 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and run over the other end of the yard, try to figure out what we're doing over here. Probably go ahead and switch this consist first. These cars are coil cars. Well, first of all, I need to get my commodity overlays so I can see what I'm doing here. I should probably, actually, firstly get my engine started over here, and then I can look at all this while the engines are coming over. Let's do that. Did I uncouple? Pretty sure I did. Yeah, let's get rid of the commodity overlays, they're a little annoying. Alright. Let's pull out of here. Alright, we'll go ahead and switch direction and start heading over to the other side of the yard. Alright, while that's happening, we're going to go over here and check out what we got. What we have to work with here. Ooh, the bell finally disappeared. I guess it's got I guess it does have a distance cap. I mean, it's not realistic, but at least it does have a distance cap. Alright. Coil cars, these are all empty, I assume? Yeah, they are. There's no commodity overlays over them. A lot of empty cars. All this empty stuff probably will just go into the empty car track. And I don't have to connect it because it's not an actual train I'm putting together. It's just a bunch of empty cars. Empty hoppers. Oh, these are going to go in the local. These two. So I'm going to stick those on this track with the local. Who's Graham? Let's go ahead and pause this and see what happened to Graham, because the thing popped up and told me he's stuck and waiting for new instructions. So, oh, you know why? It's because of Harry, probably. Let's see. There's Juliana, there's Harry. Where's Graham? Graham, right there. Right? Yeah. So why is he stuck? Ooh, there's another. What the? That was not 15 minutes. There's another consist out of the portal. Okay. A lot of goofy things going on here. So I think the reason everything might be jammed up a little bit is probably because I think this train is supposed to be going. No, this is actually going to the other portal. So why is Graham stuck? Should not be stuck. I only have 5 minutes. I'm just gonna ignore all this and we're gonna keep switching. Alright, so these coil cars will stay here. These bulkheads will stay here. This empty boxcar is going to stay here. These two hoppers are going to go with the local, which is right here on the track next to it. This is some sort of tarped load. That's going to probably go to Juniata. Corn oil, that's probably going to go to Juniata. Apples will go to Juniata. Whoa, we need to slow down. Empty tankers. Are these chemical tankers or are these oil tankers? I think these are oil tankers. So these are going to go. These are going to go to Juniata because they're going to go to the oil refinery there near Old Town. And then these boxcars with general goods will probably go to Juniata as well. So the first couple things will go to Juniata. All this is going to go to Juniata except these couple hoppers, and these cars are empty, will go on the empty car track. So let's see, we need to slow down. We're at the end of the yard ladder. Whoa! Oh no, we're going into the... See, I did it again. I left the switch switched wrong. And now we're going to shoot into this engine track. We'll go ahead and switch it back. We'll run over it, switch the wrong direction. Slow down! Alright, so we want these cars here. That. Jump back in the cab. I'm going to switch over to the other side of the cab since... You know what, I'm going to switch engines. Yeah. That's the engine we were in originally. There we go. Alright. Change direction. Let's get moving. Maybe. Oh, the brakes applied. Sheesh. Alright, so looking at my time limits here, thinking I'm just going to go ahead and couple up to these coil cars here and we're going to call it quits. So we didn't get that much done in this episode, but we only had 50 minutes. And like like I said, I was doing all the switching moves, which are tedious and time consuming. In the next video, I'm probably going to go ahead and just run a local. So I'm probably going to go ahead and do some of the switching off camera. Probably finish all the switching in the westbound yard. Off camera, we're going to go ahead and run a local, and then go on from there. I'm not going to keep showing everything I'm doing on camera. Partially because you would just be bored to tears if I did that, and also because there's a lot of times I want to just run trains and not be on camera. And if I want to run this session and not be on camera, I can do that if I want to. Deal with it. So you're not going to get to see everything I'm doing, but I really don't think you're going to want to. I think you're just going to want to see bits and pieces, the more exciting stuff. You don't need to watch me switching a million cars in the yard. That's just too much. I need to slow down. I'm going to hit this at 9 miles an hour. Ow! Didn't derail anything. Still have a clean record. Well, I don't. I've already derailed stuff. In this session, I have a clean record. This is a long cut of cars. These Jeep 7s seem to be able to handle a decent amount of cars, but it's kind of pushy in. Alright. So we're coupled up to those, and I already outlined what we're going to do with these. All these empties are going to go here. Those covered hoppers in the middle are going to go on this track here with the local, and then all these loaded cars over here. And these empties are going to go to Juniata. And I will work on that off camera. Next time we do operations here, we're going to be doing a local. We're probably going to run that short local out to I guess it's Shawnee. We're going to do that. That shouldn't take very long. In the meantime, too, I will try to figure out some of this AI stuff and get some of it fixed. Is that a glitch, or is that actually... Yeah. That's weird. Anyway. Oops, I got distracted by that. Alright. So... I will try to get some of that AI stuff figured out in the meantime, so that the next video will go a little smoother. We did get some AI traffic, kept things interesting. I like AI traffic because you just don't know when and where it's going to come from unless you look for it. So it's like, it just keeps things interesting. It's like, you know, oh, there's a train, cool, you know. And since there's other stuff going on in the session, it keeps you aware. You have to look out for it so you don't get in the way of AI trains and stuff like that, which is realistic. And it just gives you something to look at, you know. There goes a train, that's cool. So I will try to work on the AI stuff, get that working better. Alright. That's that. Alright, with that, I'm done. Alright, so like and subscribe. Keep your eyes out for the next video. I'm not exactly sure. Probably going to be more work on the Hutchinson Industrial Branch. I have some ideas for that. I need to do some off-camera work to it. But once I do that, I will probably put another video out. It's going to be much shorter next time. It's probably only going to be like half an hour. Just doing some basic stuff. Putting some basic roads down. Basic spline assets. Probably going to do some buildings off camera and show you those in the video. So we'll see. That'll come out here shortly, so keep your eyes out for that. Like I said, like and subscribe, and that's it. Adios.